still enjoying the afterglow of the title victory, and really sort of just now settling down a little bit, but we're holding it down because we've got a few more games to go, and obviously we've got another game where we'll have a home lifting of the league title. So want to talk to you a little bit about our next game against Chelsea and against the signings potentially, or ins and outs that we may have come for the season coming up. I'll chat that with you after this. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world, LFC fans. You know what? I still am buzzing. I'm still so happy about the great victory that we had. I'm still so happy about the fact that we've landed another Premiership title. I'm so happy that we are officially the greatest club in the league. Just look, elated, but it's almost as if like you're almost keeping it in because we've still got league games to go, and also got opportunity to actually lift the trophy. This will see another real spontaneous enjoyment, glorification, celebration of being Liverpool. And I don't feel any other clubs do it like we do. I mean, look, I know there's images of South America, Boca Juniors and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say, there's just something about the way we celebrate. Okay, there's some bias in there, but it just feels more important when we celebrate it. I mean, the fans were out there till late night, just still celebrating. You could feel the buzz, the emotion, everything. The plays, the manager, the camaraderie, the connection. Just listen, we've got just something about Liverpool. I feel we've got the greatest club. I mean, I would like to say world football, but Real Madrid, do what they do in Barcelona, but I just feel we've just got a great club, greatest clubs. And look, we've got a manager who hopefully is going to take us places. I think Arne Slot, and I've said this before, he's a different to Klopp, almost more ideal. I think we've kind of really wanted to have a manager who plays that heavy metal football, but tones it down a little bit and is more in control of a game. And sometimes it's frustrating because at times we've watched games and we feel like the pace is a little bit too slow, lethargic, and we're encouraging teams to come into the game rather than kill them off. But look, managers deliver the title. So who am I to critique? Who am I? He's delivered. That's all you ask for. So look, if we're in a place where we're moaning about sometimes the pace of the game, but we've won the title, I'll take that every time. Rather than playing almost basketball matches where defenders and the teams are attacking us, or we're attacking them, they're getting through our midfield so easily, getting to our defence, etc., etc. We've been composed. We've won the best defensive teams in the league, and we are the best attacking team in the league. So, look, he understood the assignment and he's delivered the assignment, and long may that continue. So, look, we've got Chelsea coming up. To be honest with you, this game is so much more important to Chelsea than us. Chelsea gave us a good game at Anfield early in the season, and to be honest with you, I thought we were lucky to get away with it. And Slot has mentioned this quite a few times. He's given them respect in terms of how Chelsea performed, etc., etc. We've gone on through the season. Chelsea have had ups and downs. I think they're currently 5th place in the league, about 60-something points. So this game means more because they want to solidify getting into the Champions League. They're currently into the whatever Confederation Cup, I don't know what you call it, final, and they're the biggest team in that. I expect them to win that league, win that competition. Same way, Man United and Tottenham have now again helping the English League Premiership are now basically close enough to be in the final. I mean, unless something stupid happens. And I hope Tottenham win. I hope Tottenham get in the final and beat up Man United. I hope Tottenham get a result. I really do. And they're probably going to sack their manager at the same time, because 19 Premiership losses is not the one. But I don't want that Man United to win when I've got opportunities to support Spurs team to win. So, I'll go with Spurs every day of the week. So Chelsea is going to be more, it'll be interesting to see how our players are up for the game. A quick review of who I think we're playing. I got a strong feeling Kelleher will start. I think Slot would now want to give the guys who have not been played all the time a chance. So I would like to see Kelleher in goal. Robber, I'd expect to be a left back, to be honest with you. I would obviously expect Virgil to still be playing. I would expect Konate to be there. And I would expect Trent with Bradley, I think, is back training yesterday. So it may be a little bit too early for him to be a starter. Although ideally, if Trent is going, you want Bradley playing more minutes. But I think the manager's at the point that he'd want to just see it through and, make sure we deliver the results. It'll be interesting. About the midfield setup. Will he stay the same? Will he keep it Gravenberch, Szoboszlai and McAllister? I think with respect to Chelsea, he may well do it, but he may be almost, considering changing it up and having an Endo in there and Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones, etc. Just think that against the Chelsea team, coming off being champions, just too much changes could be a problem. So I think probably he'll stay with what we've had. Then we'll see. Again, I'll be surprised if it's not just maybe Gakpo, Jota or Diaz and Salah. I think Chiesa's to the point, I don't know if his injuries and whatever has happened when he's signed with the club, where he hasn't exposed certain injuries that he's had, has affected his starting in for the club as we've gone along. I think there's been an issue for him. And it's a pity because I kind of feel like I would like to see this guy, and I've mentioned this many times before. I really would like to see him play a bit more. That would be sort of my starting lineup. That's only sort of that Diaz stroke Jota position. I think Nunes is, I can't see us really playing Nunes. I think if this is true that Nunes has got some sort of clause where he will pay more money, 5 million, I think we're just going to see the season out and then Nunes will be either gone to Saudi or maybe gone to Atletico, Pity, really pity, real pity. Want that guy to do well. Let me know what you feel about the potential starting lineup. If you've got your own starting lineup ideas. Then we look at what's going on maybe with the players that we've got and potential players coming in. So we know the goalkeeper situation. Alisson will still be there. I think that he'll have one season left. Kelleher looks like strongly that Kelleher will be going. And we're talking about potentially 30 million for Kelleher. And I think that's good money, good deal. He should be a number one at a team. So I think there'll be buyers out there for him. This guy's done well every time he stepped up for us. So good luck to him and all the best. Then obviously we've got, I'm not going to say his name. He's going to come next season. So that'll be a competition with Alisson. And that's what we want. We have obviously Janos, and Janos, I think, will he be the third keeper or will he go out alone? I think rumours that he'll go out alone, but we'll see what happened there. Then obviously left back, I think Robbo made a comment about getting signed off for another few years. This is a difficult one. We love Robbo, but I think Robbo's legs are gone. I feel we see it before our eyes, and sometimes you want to put him down before it's too late. I kind of feel Robbo obviously will continue there. Tsimikas will definitely be gone. Then it's a case of who potentially we may look to sign as a left back. There's a few players out there that we potentially get into the club. I think it's a difficult one, but definitely I would expect to sign in a left back. And there's a good few European pedigree players out there that we could hopefully sign, and that'd be good to see. Now, in terms of defenders, obviously Virgil signed on. Konate, hopefully that deal get over the line. And then we're looking at Huijsen. I think, obviously there's rumours that Huijsen against Real Madrid. It's always Real Madrid, buying everyone. But I like to see him. I think we're going to sign him. This is the time to sign him. If we don't sign him this year, we're not going to sign him at all. Obviously, the links with Hughes with Bournemouth is an opportunity for us sort of really to utilise those channels. We've got the sort of communication channel between them. But if you imagine him with us, and even Gomez potentially staying. Now, obviously, if he doesn't come over, then what you're looking at is Gomez and Gomez as backup. Gomez backup playing dual roles, whether it's right back or whether it's centre back. So that'll be interesting. Then obviously we're looking at Kwanzaa will hopefully be staying. Now I think if Kwanzaa goes, we're looking to try and get some 30 million for Kwanzaa. And obviously Newcastle's have been rumoured. I potentially like to see Kwanzaa stay. I think he's a talent. I think, he had a little shock first few games with Ipswich playing and he got dropped. That may have got to his head a little bit and affected him, but I think he's a player for the future and we need to really stick with him. Right back, Bradley. But look, we got a few players that we're looking at in terms of joining the club. We have definitely players like Kirkes, Johnson. Even there's rumours for left back about Honori, so I'd like to see even Honori play for us. That'd be very good as a left back or Kirkes. So look, but right back, I'll be shocked if Trent stays. I think we're kind of like settled that he's going. I feel we need strong competition for Bradley. I think we're not at a point where I feel Bradley should be starting. I think Bradley has got injuries that is going to be a concern and a growing body. Obviously, a player that I think we had from Aberdeen, that didn't work out. His injuries has really affected him. So it'll be interesting to see who we look to sign up as a right back. I want to see someone who's a marquee player join us as right back to really sort of give us that solidity. I feel if we had players like Honori and say Trent were still there, I kind of feel we'd be weak defensively. So really interested in where the club goes. In midfield, I kind of feel with the holding midfielder, but I've got a feeling what's going to happen is Bacechik is going to come back and he's obviously doing bits where he is. He's okay. I think sometimes YouTube videos can tell a lie, but Bacechik is a potential opportunity for him to challenge Gravenberch and Endo stay in the club as well. So we have that sort of defensive number 6. McAllister obviously there, Szoboszlai obviously there, Jones I would expect to stay. And Harvey Elliott's an interesting one. I think Harvey Elliott loves the club badly, really doesn't want to go anywhere, does not want to go, but for his future, he may need to consider that. He's been plagued by injuries, which has affected him. The coach also said that as well. So that, look, the young lad has got injured. He was playing well before that, and that's affected him coming back. So decisions really need to be made on that one. Obviously, then we've got Diaz. There's a rumour that end of the season now, or there's been news that end of the season, Diaz contract we talked about with Liverpool. I would love to see that. I feel 16 goal assists he's got this season. You kind of want to keep him. I love his energy. I feel at times Diaz can take his man on and get down the line and get the crosses in and be a bit more aggressive when he comes to taking the man on. Sometimes he stops and checks back too much. Don't know if that's coaching. I don't know. Because before, when he first started, he had that in abundance. Then he got injured and then we've seen it sort of set back a little bit. But look, he's been finishing. He's also been playing that dual role of a striker. So I want Diaz to stay. I don't want him going past. I want him to stay. So hopefully we get that deal done. And from what I know, he's not on a lot of money. 50-something grand or something like that. I mean, come on. We'll play that like that. I think we've undercooked his contract really, and we've utilised him a lot more than we should have done. Gakpo obviously done really well this season, plus 16 something goal assists, And I feel in Liverpool we see Gakpo now, a player who's more in the game longer. At times he's to go hiding in the game, and you could look for it. Where's Gakpo? He's not having an impact, but I feel this season he's had a lot more impact. He's dovetailed well with Salah, where he's getting in the crosses and stuff like that. So excellent. Long that continue. We know Jota potentially. That could be a Saudi rumour, or it could hopefully get a club in the Premiership. Just the injuries of Jota. We love Jota the Slaughter, but it's just the injuries. And we need to get a striker in. So whether it's Ikekete, if I say his name properly right, I think obviously that's a cheaper option for us. I don't think we're going for the Newcastle player. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's just too expensive, to be honest with you, right now. And obviously Salah's staying, and I can see Chiesa going back to Italy. I would love it if he stayed, but I can see him going back. But I think We also want to have Inigo Moa, the young lad who's currently playing for under 18s, really sort of trying to establish himself. And look, even under 18s, he's only 16. You can see he's still got work to do, getting past his man, end product and stuff like that. But from what I hear, source in the club, they love him. They really believe in him, and they don't want his pathway to be obstructed. So this is where we could see him getting into the squad next season behind the back of 4 strikers, etc., etc. That'd be nice to see. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your potential signings would be, who you think should stay, should leave the club, etc., etc., who you'd like to see. And click on notification and please subscribe. I'm now looking for the way to 200 subscribers. Naturally growing this channel and love to talk to you about football, especially all things Liverpool. And so love your comment and feedback as we grow the channel. So talk to you on the other side.